Tired of wiping on the same boss for hours?
Die, insect.
Can't seem to win against that new druid deck?
My thanks to you.
Are your teammates not standing on the payload?
Quit lollygagging. Get on the payload.
Well, grab a drink and pull up a chair. This is the Game Case Show, your Blizzard Entertainment podcast. Here are your hosts, Cuddles and Turarts.
Well, hello! Hi, howdy, and welcome to episode 115 of The Game Case. I am Chris, also known as Cuddles, a Brewmaster Monk on Airy Peak in the Convert to Raid Guild.
And I am Turarts, a Beast Mastery Hunter, also in the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak server.
This week, we're coming back to talk about some more thoughts on the latest Warcraft patch, and we're going to get into that in just a moment when we talk about what we've been up to this last week. T, what you been doing?
I have been streaming again. I did the Alliance patch. We'll talk about the patch more here in a little bit and our thoughts on it, but I did the Alliance Part 2 patch, and then I did the Horde side Part 1 and 2. And it was definitely interesting to see both sides, and I have some thoughts and some opinions, but we'll get to those when we kind of start talking about some of the content that dropped. And then I played a fun new game, and I'm going to butcher the announcement, and it's not new, but it's new to me. Aero, Aaero.
I don't know. I've never played it. Tell me more.
It's a rhythm-based game, and then you have to fight guys. So I actually had to, for the first time ever, hook up the Xbox controller to the PC, which is just plugging in. So it was not that big of a deal, but I had to hook it up to there. And you, the game has a ship, and the ship just moves in a circle. So your little thumb moves the ship, and as songs are playing, so it goes through with non-licensed songs. Like there's the Monster Cat, I think is one of the names of the companies that does that.
Okay. Yeah, Monster Cat's one of them.
Okay. I get names mixed up because there's another one too. But so it does these songs, and what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to keep your ship on the track. So as this song like goes up, it goes up, and then it goes down, and it loops, and it does like little zigzags and stuff. So it's pretty fun. But then they add bad guys. So with your other little joystick thingy, you're supposed to mark the bad guys and shoot them as the song's going. And so it's pretty cool until I got to this dumb little boss that was a worm. And so you have like phases like you would do for raid fights or anything like that. So the worm's kind of doing his little thing, going underground and ground, and you're shooting it. And then the song starts. So you're trying to keep your guy in the track to build up points and whatever. And the worm comes back. And then you go back in where you're doing the stuff. And then the worm comes out a third time. And if you haven't killed it, health by then, it eats you at the end. Okay. So it took forever, but I finally did that. And then there's a second boss that's later on down. That's a spider, and I got top 100 because they have a list of all these people, and I was pretty proud of that. Further,
that's pretty awesome, actually.
It's probably not going to last because literally I was number 100. But I was just like, I did it. I'm number 100. Look at this. So I even took a picture because I was just like, this isn't going to last for long. But no, it's pretty cool. And this is like a hashtag ad because I did get the game for free from the people that make it, Madfellows Game. And a huge thanks to Dable and Squall for getting me that key. So did get this for free. But even if I didn't, the game's a ton of fun. And like I said, it's a lot of coordination, and plus it's rhythm based. So having to keep the beat and know when to move your ship and shooting. So it's kind of a fun game you could probably get lost in for hours, if I'm being honest.
Nice. I've been watching a lot of these rhythm based games lately, and I realized that I have none. So I don't know that I have the courage to actually try one. But your Arrow.
Yeah, I say Aereo. I think it's probably Arrow. It's
Aereo?
probably a beta. It's Aaero. I don't know. I can't pronounce things.
I would just say Arrow.
Arrow? That might be it.
Arrow. I mean, Aero would be arrow. Like that would be a real word, or at least part of one, I guess.
I have not heard a pronunciation. It's like when you read a word and then you hear it pronounced and you're like, Oh shoot. So someone's gonna say this game at some point in time, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I've been
It's
saying that wrong.
it's actually pronounced dandelions. We're
Oh,
we're a Swedish game maker. Thank you. No, that's that's probably not it at all. All right.
it's a blast, but no, that was. I don't think there's anything else I really did in gaming. That was about it this week for me. What about? Well, we'll talk about Warcraft stuff in a bit, but what about you? What was your gaming week like?
So of course some Warcraft. Um, but again, we'll talk about that one in a little bit. I dove back into Epistory or Epistory. I don't know how to say it. It's a really really pretty. It's all of the all the animations for the entire game are they look like origami, like folded paper,
That would
and
be fun.
it's based entirely on typing. So I don't know if these guys set out to get a game that was going to teach people about typing, or they
Like
just came up with this really cool mechanic and made a game, because the game is amazing.
like how fast you can type? Like are we words per minute?
So here's what happens in all I'm trying to think how to explain this. So you're a little origami girl on a little origami fox, and you're running around a little origami world, right? And you come to these little spots, and like this is where like your boss battle is gonna be, right?
Okay.
So words can be of varying lengths, varying difficulties, but there's all these little bugs that are coming at you, and the different bugs are how long your words are going to be. So there's little gnats that it's just a single letter. And there's some with two letters. And then there's these big bugs that they're only 3-letter words, but they have a lot of them. They have like 15 of them before they die. But then they have these giant bugs that are like words like gastroenterology and counterintuitive and pyroresis and just crazy different stuff like that. But they all just march in towards you, and they get to you, then you're dead. So you have to kill them with the words. So like there may be a little little WoW water striders.
yeah.
Those guys have 2 3-letter words. So if it was cry and buy, you would type cry and you would like spit fire at them, and then you type buy, and then the words go away, the thing goes away. I feel like
I
that
want
was
this
a
game.
really complex way of saying it. But it will make you a better typist. It's an amazingly creative and well done game. And it's just a lot of fun, and it's pretty. But one of the reasons why I was trying out Pretty was I just got a new monitor. Hashtag not an ad. I picked up a Dell, I don't know, Dell something with a bunch of numbers and letters. You guys really want to know? I'll have my I'll have over on my stream, twitch.tv/thegamecase. You can see my setup will be updated by tomorrow. But it's a 27-inch 1440p monitor, but the crazy thing is it has the 144 hertz refresh rate in the G-Sync, and I was like, this can't be worth it. There's no way. This is complete crap. Like, no, it's worth it. Wow. Just like
That is awesome.
I am amazed. I am amazed and alarmed that it took me this long. I know that's not really a game, but like
It's exciting.
it's really cool. It's the first piece of computer kit that I've honestly bought entirely for myself for a long time, with like streaming and working on my computer. Like everything that I buy, like it's almost always a work decision. Like I got a Stream Deck, yay, but like that's for my stream. Like it's not really, like that's not for me. Like I don't know, maybe that's like a super selfish way of looking at it. But like I wanted something for me, and this monitor's for me, and it's beautiful and I love it. I also, totally ungaming related, have been to we went by Tampa Bay Comic-Con this weekend. I did not go in. But we met some friends there, did some hugs, stuff like that. And it was a really, really cool experience. I've never been to a Comic-Con. Still haven't. Only stood outside of one. But it was really cool. A lot of cosplay and stuff like that. And then I went to Kennedy Space Center today.
Oh, wow.
It
I
was
saw that on Twitter.
awesome. It was like I was really going in like really hardcore, like jaded local about it. Like Kennedy. No, wow. I cried twice. 3 times.
Aw.
I cried 3 times. Twice because of sad, and then once because like in complete awe. Because I will their tributes to Apollo 1 and the Columbia and oh my good lord. I'm totally blanking on the other shuttle that we lost. The Endeavor? No. See, I don't want to say shuttle names, put that juju on something. But the 2 shuttles that we lost and then their Apollo 1, like they had very, very early in our space program, we were sending people like just into
The
space, right?
Challenger?
There was the Challenger and the did I already say the other one?
Columbia. You
The
said
Columbia, the Challenger and the Columbia. Those 2, they had pieces of both. They had a piece of the cockpit of one of them, like the window, like the metal around the window, and then they had a piece from the other one that had like the American flag on it. It was like scorched and burnt and like just super emotional. And then Apollo 1, what happened was they were testing one of the lunar modules, or they were testing one of the orbital modules or their command. I don't know. They were sitting up there testing something. And a fire started in the cockpit. Back then they used 100% oxygen. So it didn't 100% oxygen being extremely flammable. It didn't last very long. And 3 astronauts were lost. But a lot of that was attributed to the fact that their outer door is something that they had never thought about. It took like 90 seconds to open this door. Like you had to turn a knob here and a lever here and push this and pull that and it makes sense, right? Like you're in a spaceship, you don't want the door coming open. But except for when you do, in that they had that actual door on display, like the one that was on the capsule, and it was, I don't know. It was an extremely awesome and amazing experience. I ended up with I now have an annual pass to Kennedy. So sorry, you guys might hear me talk about space shuttles. But let's talk about Warcraft. Let's do that. I've rambled for a while.
All right, yes, let's do that. Are you caught up in all the patch stuff?
I am. I went through on both Cuddles. My currently a Brewmaster Monk probably will turn into a Windwalker for this expansion if they're not total garbage. And I went through I didn't realize I had an elf. Thank you, boosted characters. I had a Night Elf Druid. So going through on that character and seeing the conclusion of this week's patch, right in the feels. Right in the feels.
Quick, just to get this out there, spoilers. So if you haven't done anything with the pre-patch yet, you might want to skip the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Just want to get that out there. But yeah, I have 2 110s, my Night Elf Hunter Turrets, who has been, with me since my beginning of my WoW journey. And then I boosted a Horde, because like we talked about last show, they're going to be completely different storylines this expansion. And me being not raid-based WoW player, but more of a quest-based, seeing what happens. I wanted to find out. So I played both sides, like we talked about earlier. And my little Night Elf Hunter, I definitely got emotional because that was my home. I remember beginning to level there.
Oh.
But I seeing both sides, one thing I will say is you do some of the similar quests. So like when you are in Darkshore up at the port before you go over to Tradasol, you save citizens as an alliance. You go through and you're saving citizens to get them out of there, and then you're killing Horde. because they're invading. Well, on the Horde side, you're rescuing the citizens. Saurfang tells you to rescue the citizens to get them out because they're innocent. And to kind of just ask them questions and things like that. So it's kind of interesting for me when I saw that the Horde was also helping just the civilians. It kind of put a little but that was probably the only yay Horde moment I had.
So that was definitely a really big question for me. I having not been around for the entirety of the lore, coming into this week, Sylvanas just seems evil, and by extension to me, from my experience, the Horde seems evil. But they kind of dropped a couple videos though.
They did. Do you wanna play those?
I wanna hear what your thoughts are on did it immediately, or with all the history, is there more to it? You know what I mean?
When I found out that Saurfang was involved heavily in this expansion, in this pre-patch, it brought me back to Icecrown, to being on the first wing and going up to the last boss, to Saurfang, and that's his son. So the High Chief Commander Saurfang, who we have right now, his son is that last boss that you face on the first wing in Icecrown Citadel. And I remember at the time, like, that was the moment, the first time really that in my WoW history, because I came in Wrath, that the Alliance and Horde came together, because the death happened, and Jaina and Varian are there, and Varian's like, he needs to see his son, he needs to say goodbye. We have a common enemy here, and we need to come together to defeat Arthas. And so they let Saurfang pass to see his son, who had actually died on battle but had been brought back to life. And so for me, like, to have this moment, to have him back in the limelight up front, like, I am War Chief Saurfang right now. I don't hate the Horde. I'm not a fan of Sylvanas. I know her history. I know what she's been through, but I feel like we're getting a Garrosh 2.0.
Really?
That's just my opinion. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am, but she's pushing the wrong people the wrong way. Yeah. She really is. I don't feel like, you can see it. Saurfang didn't kill, oh my God, it begins with an M. Oh my God. Malfurion. Yeah. And she ordered him to. Hope still lives. Malfurion still lives. So people are questioning her. And I know she has a dark past. I know Arthas killed her. She's been through so much pain and suffering. Her sisters have turned her back. Like, I know she has this story, but I just don't see how they can have the Horde rallying behind it, because so many people are like, great, we're the bad guys. And it was never the point to have the Alliance or Horde be a bad guy. It was just two different perspectives on what the world should be. And now I feel like it's like, nope, you're the bad guys.
See, the Horde has always seemed like the bad guys to me. And I don't know if that comes from a place of just the, like, hearing the Kinsman speech before I really started playing WoW. Like, maybe I fucked up there. Yeah, messed up. We're not gonna edit that. I'm sorry. Maybe I messed up. But yeah, I don't know. This has, up until the couple videos that dropped. And also, can we talk for just a second about how the internet thought that the Saurfang video was a response to their whining and complaining? I actually saw people that were like, the Saurfang video, oh, they released that to answer our, like, no, they didn't put that together in a week, guys. They didn't put that together in a month, maybe a month. I don't know how many people worked on it, but that was like literal cinematic quality. Like, I'll both of them. both of them are equally amazing.
We're gonna watch the videos here in a second. But what do you think about the new style? Like we're gonna watch the Sylvanas one. The Sylvanas and the Jaina have this very different style of video. I feel like
I
it's
don't
quite
like it.
interesting.
I don't
You
like it.
don't?
I would rather have them go like full on like Final Fantasy movie. Like
Like the Sarfang one.
I want a Warcraft like Saturday morning cartoon. Like I don't even
And
care if it's serious. Like give me a Sat like I want more of I am one of the really I guess odd people that liked the Warcraft movie.
I liked it.
I loved the Warcraft movie. In fact, I want more of it. So anytime I can get that, which is kind of the style that I would say we see in the Sourfang video. Anytime I can get more of that, I love it. Is the Sylvanas video like bad? I don't want to say like it's not bad. No, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's incredible. It's well done. It conveys the emotion of what it's trying to do. Like I don't think anything about it is bad. I just think maybe it's not my style. Like,
And
oh
like,
hey girl,
yeah.
that top is really cute, but I'm not gonna wear it. Like
I've
it
heard
wouldn't work on me.
mixed reviews. I was just curious. I think it's definitely interesting, but when you watch Sylvanas and then you watch the Sarfang one, it's definitely a difference in the type. I don't want to say anything bad. Like I don't want to say it's a worse production. It's very different.
No, and I don't think it's any lower production value because I'm sure it has its only it has its own challenges. Being able to convey the amount of emotion that they did with the style that they they chose is incredible. Like I can't like wow. I did not think that they would have been able to do that.
The same like with the Jaina one too. Like especially the last like 45 seconds, 30 seconds of that. From the point where you find out that her father's the boat keeper till the end where she says beware of me. Like there's a ton, like goosebumps. Even we watched it today because my husband hadn't seen it yet. Goosebumps still.
Yeah. Well,
And to comment Burbs, I hope we're not getting a Garage 2.0, but it feels similar to me, in my opinion.
see, Garage was when? Was he WoD?
That was coming into Warlords, yeah. Because he became the War Chief when Thrall stepped down.
Okay, see, I feel like I liked him. Like I don't
We
know.
killed him.
Well, we kill a lot of people, to be fair.
He was the one that kind of corrupted the Horde. And then Bolgen came in. He was the final boss.
Hold on. I thought it was the wizard guy. I thought he was the bad guy.
Well, but Garrosh went back in time and then they drank the blood. And we went back to stop the timeline from happening.
I feel
But
like
Garrosh, was all...
I feel like I need like a 3-week course on WoW lore.
Oh, no, I'm thinking the wrong thing. I'm wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense. You may be totally
I am
right.
Totally wrong. Garrosh was Siege of Orgrimmar. That was Mist. Wow, I was very wrong. I was super
Okay,
wrong.
that was before me then.
Yeah, Garrosh was Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah, he just went all like crazy on the Horde. But yeah, so you would not have. I was wondering why you weren't commenting. I was like, Garrosh. No, you don't know Garrosh.
No,
You just
I
know
don't.
very little in the beginning of Warlords. Okay. Wow, I can't believe I messed up that bad. Like, dang.
Yeah, no, we're taking away. We're actually. This is so bad. We're gonna go off screen. We're gonna play you the Warbringer Sylvanas. For those listening at home, I haven't watched either one of these in like a couple days. If it makes sense to leave in the audio, we will. This Sylvanas video is 3 minutes and 59 seconds long. I'll tell you the same before the next one if you want to skip ahead, or we'll edit it out. So stick around for a couple seconds and see if I put in any work this week. But for those live in the chat, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and watch Warbringer's Sylvanas. He says as he doesn't make this happen seamlessly. How do I want that over there now? I want this scene. I don't know how OBS works.
That's why I slobs.
Oh, I did a thing. All right.
Secure the beach. Prepare to invade the tree.
Why? Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. Windrunner. You were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
I remember. A fool. Take her! Run! Life is pain. Hope fails. Now you understand. Ah, don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy. And that is a war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
Can't I? Burn it. Burn it!
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many, like, I have so many questions. But first of all, I want to say that I don't think I had caught her. When they're talking about when the young elf is talking to her and she's like, "You can't fight hope."
Yes.
I had never caught her saying, "Can't I?" Like,
Well, when you do the Horde quest, you find out that her plan has been this for a long time now.
yeah.
And in her mind, if she kills Malfurion, she kills Hope. But we know that didn't happen.
So she thinks by She's
yeah.
just trying to kill Malf. That's it.
Because yeah, I mean, he has always been such a symbol of hope and power for the Alliance for a very long time now. So I mean, you just took out Malfurion, she thinks. You've just taken out the World Tree, one of the World Trees, where the Night Elves have been for eons and eons. Well, not eons, but for a very, very long time. And so yeah, I don't think, and I'm trying to think back through the quest. I don't think she finds out yet that Malfurion's not dead. I don't think she has any idea. So she just had 2 victories from her point of view. And yeah. The first one didn't quite happen, and taking out the tree it's a big hit. It's a huge hit. But the Horde, I think, or not the Horde, the Alliance have always been good about standing behind their leader. So if Anduin can rise up as king, since he's only had a short time, I think that they might be okay. They might be able to combat this. But we have a young king, and I don't know how that's going to roll.
And that's the thing. He has. We saw during our quest line with Gin and Mia barely getting out of there.
Yeah.
The of course the King of Gilneas, Gin Greymane. I don't know why I said it like that. Like I would be the person to not know that. I don't know why I'm sorry if I just wow-splained to anyone. I apologize, but Gin. We see Gin and Mia there in the flaming tree, and I wonder if that's gotta, obviously he's going to be one of Anduin's close advisors, but I think I'm really excited to see who Anduin goes to.
Yeah.
I mean, right now sitting on the throne, you've just had two cities now, and the World Tree like completely wiped out. Like that seems like a big deal.
Not to mention, I mean, your dad just died. Like, I don't know how WoW years work. Like, I don't know, like, how long we've been fighting the Legion in their universe, but still, your dad just died.
Yeah, it's one of those. I don't know. I think one of the things that I'm most excited for, and it's punctuated in the next video, in the Sourfang video, is seeing the facets of the Horde. Because like right now, like from my point of view, and I would argue to most new players, and that was new, not new, I think I might have said nude. I meant to say new. For most new players, I don't know if playing nude does or doesn't affect your enjoyment or take of it. I'm gonna move on. I have no idea. Oh, my point of view and new players, I would assume that you know, the Horde seems really evil right now. They just came in and destroyed 2 major cities for virtually no reason. What I get out of the Sylvanas, clip is that Sylvanas is pure evil. There may have once been some good in her, but she's been twisted. And that's honestly, that's my opinion of it, just seeing it. I see that there's so much more to it, and I get that most people understand that, but I don't get it yet. And it's nice to see, because one of the things that we talked about as we saw the World Tree burn, I was able to do it on stream, was what about the Taurens? Like, what about the Taurens as a whole in their collection? Well, in their connection kind of with Earth and nature. How would they feel about this? How would Tauren druids especially feel about the World Tree burning? There has got to be some disagreement in the Horde. And I would... Draven brings up in chat that Sylvanas isn't evil per se. Think of her more like she sees people as numbers and not people. I would argue that that is evil. I don't know. Sorry for the hot take. I know I'm coming after your Banshee Queen, Draven. But I think she's the villain. I think this may end up being less Horde versus Alliance and more us all against Sylvanas.
Which gets us back to Garrosh 2.0. Like we did that with the Horde leader. And I don't want to do that again. I'm wondering if this isn't maybe we save Sylvanas. And yeah, there's some good points brought up. The Tauren were in Sithilus. I do remember that. So do you think if the Tauren had been there, would they have stopped her or tried to have?
I don't know. I don't know. See, there's another piece of information that I didn't even know. I actually no, do I have a druid? I have a Tauren something, and I feel like I probably should have known this. But that's something that I've missed in the game. It would have stopped her, or at least tried. But why didn't anyone else? Why didn't the orcs?
Faction pride. Well, the orcs are all faction pride. I mean, the orcs are. You see it
The
in
orcs
the
are
next
all
video.
Let's watch the next video. Why
Yes.
don't we do that? Let's do that. Let me get this thing loaded up, and let's go ahead and watch. This one is dubbed Old Soldier.
Cuddles is very trusting because he's just copying and pasting the links I put in. We could have made this really fun.
Totally did. You do the show notes though, and I read anything that's there, so it doesn't truly matter. All right, guys, here we go. Let's check this one out.
Oh, Lord Saurfang. How many do you think?
Too many. There is no honor in this. They will come for us now. All of them!
My father, Hikazi. He fought with you in the Third War. He told me stories. How you could cut down 10 enemies with a single blow. This be my first battle. What should I do?
Don't die.
Yes, of course. But if I do fall, may it be with honor in glorious color.
There will be no glory today. Only pain. You have earned your warrior's death, my son. Yet once again, I am denied it.
What are you doing?
Claiming what is mine. Go back. I said go back! Live another day. Go back to your father.
I can't. He's dead. The Horde. It's all we have.
So, you know me. Is that it? What I've seen? What I've done? Oh, give up, boy.
Like you? Live another day.
Without honor?
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, just like wow.
I love this, and I said this before because I am a Wrath baby, so it tied in my beginnings where I came in to where we are now. So personal reasons, love it. The second reason though, you have this war captain who has seen so much and been through all this stuff. He's seen war, he's seen death in his family. He's watched the Horde ebb and flow. We've seen highs and we've seen lows. And this new soldier, first battle, stands up to him and gets him to realize he needs to fight for the Horde. And that is why I am not anti-Horde. I'm anti-Sylvanas, because I think the Horde in itself may not agree with what she does.
One disgruntled orc does not does not a revolution start. Although 'tis Sourfang.
But
So
one little, I'm not going to call him a PM, but one little newbie troll was able to turn his mind because he was shedding his armor. He was 100% going in to die.
yeah.
He was. He had put down the trinket from his son. He was prepared for his death. And this little troll, and I don't want to say he's a nobody, but I have no idea who he is, comes in and changes
It's
his
Vol'jin's son. Booyakasha.
That thought crossed my mind, but I don't know if Vol'jin had kids. I know. That's what my dilemma is. I don't want a Garrosh. I don't, like Burb said, I hope it's not going to be. I hope you're right. But there's just so many things that are making it feel like it. But on a funny note, I loved that the troll just came in and used his magic to like spark up the fire. I want more moments where you see like us using our powers for just everyday like things. And that just felt like, I don't know, homey and cute to me.
Okay, see, the troll does have a name. Zekhan. What's
Sappy boy? Okay.
Is there a story behind that, Draven?
Is he Vol'jin's son?
Like, is he something special? Like, or is he just a random? No, it's Zappy Boy. Evidently, Zappy Boy is a popular nickname for this little troll. Oh, because of the spy. Oh, that makes so much sense. Zappy Boy, because he created that. Okay, he was created for the intro. So no lore behind him currently.
Okay, can I spoil something?
Well, what are we spoiling?
Well, so this is leading up to the battle in South Shore. I think is my understanding. Like that hasn't happened yet. Like we got that cinematic way back when at BlizzCon, but we're getting up to that point where that's where they fight at South Shore, isn't it? Someone correct me. In the cinematic that we watched at BlizzCon. Undercity. Okay, Undercity. Undercity. So yes, this is leading up to Undercity. Anduin casts Mass Reds, and the troll he obliterates is Zappy Boy.
I have to admit being like just really lost by like who's Sourfang?
Sourfang. Oh my goodness. You need to come. It's a different troll. Okay. It's not Zap.
In the new trailer, the troll that gets killed isn't Zappy Boy.
Okay,
Zappy has red hair.
Stuff.
The troll that got killed has white hair. He's a warrior, not a shaman.
Because they say that it's Zappy Boy.
Could be wrong. Could be right. I don't know. Chat is kind of raging. This morning, Twitter was on fire with people debating Zappy Boy's death.
I hope he's not dead. I hope he isn't.
It was CSI. Okay, it's evidently been gone through. The video has been gone through. We've confirmed that Zappy Boy is actually alive and well. For all of those out there worried about it, know that he is resting in some sort of mud put together troll hut, right? Because that's what trolls live in. Huts now, or is that Murlocs? I don't know. Where do trolls live? Do they have a city of their own?
They are kind of in Orgrimmar. Yeah, the starting area is south of Orgrimmar.
Okay.
And there's like some huts and stuff over there.
He's alive at the end of the cinematic. It's not confirmed whether or not he's made it through the battle. Thank you, hashtag Draven, Ezekiel, for all of that. Also, we normally don't get these during the show. So apologies for our podcast listeners, but huge thank you to both Ezekiel for the Twitch Prime sub, and to Bruce Nee. If you're not following Ezekiel, I'll put a link to his Twitch in the show notes, as well as this little place called Streamer House. He goes live on sometimes. Thing that he does here in Lakeland. Echo Isles is where the trolls live. Awesome. There's no NPC named Zekan in the BFA file. So, all right. So data mining probably not around. Maybe he's gonna be important. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Let's back out of the lore for just a second and let's just talk about the actual. Now that we've seen the both of these, I hate to say one is better than the other because that means one is worse.
You like one more.
I like one a hell of a lot more. And hands down, it's the Sourfang cinematic. I know why all of our cinematics can't look like that, or I'm going to assume it being money and time. I would guess, and I would actually love to ask this question, the Sylvanas versus the Sourfang, in terms of man hours and dollars spent, what does it look like to produce those two?
Yeah, that'd be a good question. Both have a lot of time and talented people behind them, though. Like, for real. Lots of talent.
But what... I mean, am I wrong? Like, is the Sylvanas one... I don't want to say it was easier to make, but, like, did it take... Yeah, I'm thinking, like, tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even. But that Sourfang, that video was so powerful, so well done. Like, I want them to do nothing but just make those videos. I kind of don't even care if they even make a game anymore. They could just make, like, literally just videoize, that's a word now, videoize the entirety of, like, Warcraft lore up to here. I'm happy. The thumbnail is a nod to the Warcraft 2 game. I thought that like, it looked familiar. That makes sense. But we can go back and forth with these for literally hours. For those listening in your ears, the links to both of those YouTube videos are in the show notes. And I will be editing both of them auditorily out, which I don't know why I'm telling you that now, because you've already noticed that and are now listening to me telling you about something that I'm going to do about something that you've already listened to. This is the quality podcasting that we bring you to save me from the dumpster fire that I've dove headfirst into. Turrets, I hear you have a big announcement.
I do. I have a couple things. So normally on the show we talk about, other people's stuff. We have a guest on, we shine them in the spotlight. I'm going to very awkwardly take that spotlight for a second because it feels awkward, every bone in my body. But a couple things. Number one, so September 5th is going to officially be my 1-year affiliate-ness.
Ooh.
So, because it's a Wednesday, it takes over a year for their team to make a 4 to 6 minute pre-rendered cinematic. Takes Terran team far less time to make an end-game cutscene or something like a Warbringer short. So there's your answer, folks. So that's probably why some of them look kind of like the Warbringer, Sylvanas and Jaina. And that Sourfang one was not an answer to your thing. That was something that has been in the works for.
I would like to say, I don't often give billionaires and multi-billion-dollar international companies advice, but here's my free 2 cents, Blizz. Whatever Terran's team is, just like throw money at him and let him hire more people. Like triple it, quadruple it. I don't know. I've been to your campus. Buy that building across the street. Make it Terran's. And just let him make movies. Like of Warcraft things. And it will be awesome and we will all love it. And just give him more people. I'll pay more for the game. I don't care. That Sourfang cinematic was just so
Powerful.
Yeah, so emotionally impactful. Whereas like the Sylvanas still very emotionally impactful, but lacked just that little something. They said over the weekend this Hour of Fang cinematic was planned to release on Thursday before they knew they were doing the Warbringer shorts. No, Ash,
we wanted to know
please.
this.
Yeah, if we didn't want you to interrupt, we wouldn't do this live.
I wouldn't have mentioned it. We would like post show talk about it or something.
Yeah, F you and your contributions to the quality and informational aspects of this programming. Don't do that.
No, I will say we can agree the Sylvanas one we do not feel is as it is great in the story and everything, but if you compared the two, one looks prettier. It's still very pretty. Like it's still very powerful.
So
and people put a lot of work.
The videos are awesome, but they're not as awesome as Turart's announcement, which
yes.
we're gonna let her get back to.
No, so August 30th first, which is a Friday, because the 5th's on like a Wednesday, which is a boring day. I'm gonna celebrate that I've been an affiliate. So we're gonna do I say long stream, but you guys gotta understand long for me is like 5 hours. So long stream. For audio listeners, I'm air quoting. So yes,
it's
but
very
we're just
effective.
gonna have fun. And I'm gonna do something. I haven't announced this yet. We're gonna play a scary game, and I don't play scary games. Cuddles was there the one time I lasted 20 minutes in Outlast 2.
Yeah, she didn't make it very
It
far
doesn't
at
go
all.
well. It doesn't. So we're gonna do that just for the fun of it. So that'll be the 31st. I'll have some more stuff on Twitter, but I wanted to officially announce it here since we're back, and this was kind of the push for me to streaming. And the second big announcement is I am gonna be, and I can announce this now. I got the okay for that one. I am going to be on staff helping out with a company called Bottle Spark, which we've kind of talked about them before a little bit. So that's just exciting. I'm going to be helping with their social media and then doing blog posting stuff, which I'm absolutely terrified about. But we've talked about Bottle Spark a bit. They've helped stack up a ton. They've helped some other things that Cuddles and I are involved with. So they are a name that I think will start to gain momentum if you haven't heard of them already. So I'm just really excited. I want to share my announcements. The spooky game I'm not excited for. I think I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna play Dead Space because I don't feel like that was that scary when I watched my husband play it. But we'll see if I misremember the whole thing and it actually is scary.
Okay, so Dead Space, you're going to be better than Outlast, but I'm just gonna say this to anybody that's listening that has access to a computer and the internet. Tune in when she does this.
I'm also
please, because I'm gonna be. What time are you? Do you know what time you're going live?
It's a Friday. I'll probably go live at my usual time, like 8:30 Central, but I'll go for longer. I'm thinking at least 12:30.
So
if
it'll
not,
it'll be 6:30 for me.
What'll be 9:30 for you?
I'm gonna be on the West Coast.
Oh,
I'm out at PAX West that weekend.
You are. So yeah, so it'll be 6:30 for you, and it'll probably go through to 10:30.
Right.
Is the earliest I'm calling it quits. So.
All right, and you're gonna play Dead Space the whole time.
That's the plan. I'd put out a tweet for what people's favorite scary games were, and some of them are actually really, really scary. And I was like, can't do this. But what I'm gonna do is I love my blue, especially now that I think I've figured it out better, so it sounds better when I'm streaming. But I'm gonna go back to the headset mic, because it's gonna give the fuller, I think, effect for the sounds that game has that I remember it having. So I don't know any fallen survival games. Isn't Dead Space a survival game? I don't know anything about.
I mean, you have to survive. You die.
Yeah.
If you don't, so that's bad. Aren't all of our games kind of survival games?
Kind of. I just remember Outlast 2, the cat jumped through the window and I almost peed my pants and I threw my I was done. And it still went on for 10 more minutes before I was done. Yes, I am gonna have Scare Alert set up. Cuddles is gonna help me with that for stuffs and things. So yes, we need to powwow before you.
Scary alerts are horrible. Scary.
So,
no. No.
Those are my 2 announcements. One's really exciting. One's exciting with a not so exciting to it. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. I'm a big girl, and all my lights in my house are going to be on. So
I love it. I love it. Like, I absolutely love this idea.
Cuddles is going to be watching on his phone at Pac West. Just like, hold on, guys.
I will be. Like, that's my so that day is also, it's my birthday.
It is. I knew it.
And that's what I'm gonna like. I'm just gonna tell people, like, get away from me. It's my birthday. I'm watching Turrets.
You just need, like, we need to find a place with a TV.
I'm gonna
and
sit there with a
internet.
cupcake and a TV. and that's, I don't know why. Like, I'm, for those that are listening at home, I'm making like a cell phone shape with my hands, like a TV, like a TV like this big. About the
Don't.
same size.
I could see somebody like getting you set up with a TV. Like, don't tell too many people because it's gonna be bad. Like, I'm kind of hoping people don't show up because I'm probably gonna cry. It'll be fun.
You know what? Like, depending on where I'm at, I wonder if I could go somewhere and like have the bar put it on the TV,
Probably.
and then
could.
like we could get like the whole bar watching it. Like, we could turn it on over like the overhead speakers, and get like a couple hundred people.
Drunk Call is gonna be like, you need to donate so she screams.
This is gonna be glorious. Everybody donate. Well, man, we'll watch this lady scream on the television. It's like watching Murder, She Wrote, but it's like you can make this one scream. It's like that.
No, this is gonna be fun.
That is gonna be glorious, and huge congrats on the Bottle Spark announcement. Those guys are amazing and phenomenal.
It is like the spooky game things outside my comfort zone. I think that's what that Bruce Lee meant. But this is a huge kind of step outside my comfort zone too. So I'm excited. I'm excited. They're putting a lot of faith in me, and I hope it works out. But Bottle Spark is gonna. I think it's gonna be big. It is. So I'm excited to kind of help out as they.
Well,
reach
I
their
don't
branches out.
believe that one of the folks involved with Bottle Spark actually exists.
Which one?
Dibble. I don't know that he's like actually. So, all right. Dibble, there's two owners of Bottle Spark, or founders. I don't know how that works. Founders. What's their real title?
I think there's 3 founders. It's
Okay,
JT,
there's like 8 guys,
Scott.
a ferret, and a bird living in an
Yes, but
apartment together.
Dable is one of them.
But there's Dable and Travis. These are the 2 guys that I've dealt with that have been super helpful to me.
Those are both the same guy.
Did I just say who did I just say? Dable and
You said Dable and Travis.
Jesus Christ. There's JT and Travis. There we go. Because I don't know JT's like internet name. So I want to say like internet name and real name. Anyway.
I think it's JT. Like, I think he is just JT.
There's Travis and JT. JT currently lives in Colorado, lived somewhere else before then. I live in Florida. Travis happens to live within a reasonable vicinity. I don't know how open he is about where he lives, so I don't want to out it. Sorry, he lives somewhere in Florida. But he lives within a reasonable vicinity that you would think. Add into that the fact that I run the Tampa Twitch community meetup. You would think that this would be a guy that I would meet, right? I go to the Orlando ones all the time. Like, I go to Guardian Con here in Florida. I hit all the conventions. However, the guy that lives 1,200 miles away in Colorado, I've hung out with probably a half dozen times now. Like, we recently sat in a millionaire's mansion in LA and like talked about the future and plans, and like it was insane. This Dibble character though, I've never met him. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know if he's a thing. Do you have any shout outs this week? Anybody you want to holler at?
I do. I want to shout out. Hold on one sec. I want to shout out to Bottle Spark for giving me this opportunity. I'm excited. We'll see. It should be good things. Shout out to the CTR crew because we are prepping up for the expansion. We're bringing on greaves. We're doing all this stuff. There's a ton of work if you are part of the Convert Trade Guild that goes on behind the scenes, and we're preparing for this expansion. So just shout out to all you guys, and then shout out to Cuddles because you were the reason I started streaming. You're the reason I started podcasting outside of just the guild one. So thank you for that. And yeah, that's the reason August 31st I'm having a scary stream. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about you?
As for me, huge shout out to some of my Stack Up family. This last week we've had the National Veterans Wheelchair Games here in Orlando, Florida, and I've gotten to spend a lot of time with a few of my coworkers. That we spend like time together at cons, but we're all working and we're all busy. And we've gotten to actually like hang out a little bit and bond, and that's been really cool. I've found in some of my coworkers, I found some really good people that I am glad I have in my life. Also, since T shouted me out, I'm gonna throw that right back in her face, because if it wasn't for the CTR guild. And specifically you, T, at the very beginning being so welcome and awesoming and giving me a battle pet that's still literally right now sitting in my battle pet rotation. If it hadn't been for that like weird, odd, like series of events, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't be working for Stack Up. I wouldn't have just hugged two incredible guys that I spent the day with at Kennedy Space Center and hugged them knowing that I'm going to see them in a couple weeks because I'm going to PAX West because it's a work trip. That's entirely your fault.
I'm sorry, but you love it.
I don't hate it. And the first drink shall be on me when we talk about your first work trip.
Next year,
to a convention.
Work out.
But no, and to everybody that's been listening, if you guys are still sticking with us, if we're still coming up in your podcatcher, thank you for sticking around. We appreciate you. But I think that's
shout out to Ro because he definitely caught that we were back and he tweeted that.
How does Ro keep up with everything?
Ro knows all. Like Ro knows everything.
Well done, Ro over at Ro Maintenance. We love you. You're not going to get to this point of the episode. You're not going to hear this, but you're one of my favorite people. You're an inspiration to all of us in WoW podcasting. Like I feel like if there's a WoW podcasting Hall of Fame, right? Like if we were really talking about that, like obviously you go to like Pat Crane, Mick Montgomery,
Scott Johnson,
Coltrane, Scott Johnson. But I think before all of them, I think the inaugural class has Ro in it. Like right off, like I don't think that's even a question. Like Ro is a legend and an amazing person. So guys, this brings us to a very important part of the show. Those all important 5-star iTunes reviews. Guys, leave 2 stars for The Horde is Evil and The Alliance is Right, a podcast entirely talking about how evil the Horde is, which we didn't do the whole time, I'd like to point out. So leave us 5 stars for not talking about how horrible the Horde is all the time. Where can people find you on the internet, T? We still do that? It's in our outro, isn't it?
Yep. We do that for our guests, but you guys know where to find us. It tells you in the outro that we should play.
You leave that in the show notes though, and I read it.
I know, I got everything else out.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, thank you to everybody that came and hung out in the chat room. Thank you to the new subs. Thank you. You guys are awesome. We're gonna head on out of here. T, say bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Game Case Show. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. You can find Cuddles at The Game Case, Tourarts at Tourarts, and you can find the show at The Game Case Show. Join us live Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/thegamecase. Archived episodes are available at youtube.com/thegamecase. The theme music for the show is Celtic Impulse by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com and is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0.